Every year in the United States, 2 million people experience pregnancy loss.
And every day in the United States, 109 babies are lost to stillbirth or pregnancy.
Missing Grace is the light to help guide families through the dark times of pregnancy loss and stillbirth.
Grieve,
Restore.
Arise,
commemorate.
Educate.
Too soon a memory. Hi, I'm Amy Wolf, a recent graduate of Clinton Graceville Beardsley High School in Minnesota.
And I'm Courtney Sikora, also a recent graduate of Clinton Graceville Beardsley High School in Minnesota.
And I'm Laura Holman, and I will be a senior this year at Clinton Graceville Beardsley High School in Minnesota.
We are a part of the National Programs in Action Senior category. The Missing Grace Foundation is a way to find community with others who have faced pregnancy or infant loss or infertility challenges. It is open to individuals and couples looking to work through grief in healthy ways and to remember their loved ones who left this world in the arms of their parents. Their mission is providing resources and support for families who have experienced pregnancy loss, infant loss, infertility, or adoption challenges, and to advocate for comprehensive, patient-focused prenatal care for all women.
The Missing Grace Foundation has journeyed with over 7,000 grieving, infertile, and adoptive families in the United States in this year alone. They provide phone support, online support, group support, educational presentations, cards, and baskets. They also hold memorial events, especially the Hearts and Hopes Walk Around, which is an annual event where families can participate in honor of their loved ones.
Speaking of the Hearts and Hopes Walk Run, the picture on the left you see is a picture of our advisor's daughter and her husband where they walked last year in memory of baby Rylan. They have their team of their own called Team Rylan. On the other picture you see is a shadow box that they have in their home that has a few little keepsakes in memory of baby Rylan.
Our main concern was to increase awareness in our community about the Missing Grace Foundation and the support that they provide. Another concern was to help the foundation by raising money and volunteering our time towards this cause for others. We also wanted to raise money and increase support for Team Ryland and the Hopes and Hearts Walk Run. We wanted to become spokesmen about this cause as people often forget to show compassion to those who are dealing with stillbirth or loss of pregnancy.
Our project relates to the Families First National Program, especially the Meet the Challenge unit, which helps families overcome obstacles together. Our project also relates to the Families Today and the You Me Us units, which helps to understand and celebrate families while strengthening relationships. Our project relates to FCCLA's purpose number 2, which is to strengthen the family as a basic unit of society.
Our goal was to ensure people dealing with stillbirth or loss of pregnancy know about the Missing Grace Foundation. We also wanted to provide any assistance we could to the foundation. As knowledge about this difficult time for parents is limited in our area, we wanted to provide information to the general public.
This issue came to be when our FCCLA advisor's daughter, who is also a former FCCLA member, had a miscarriage and became very involved with the Missing Grace Foundation. After she shared her story with us, we were inspired and knew that we wanted to become involved in such an outreaching program that could benefit parents in our own communities.
The first step of our project was deciding who we wanted to be involved. We knew it was appropriate to not only involve ourselves and our FCCLA chapter, but also our community. We decided to also involve our National Honor Society and Student Council groups. Furthermore, we contacted the director of the Missing Grace Foundation, Candy McVicker, and made plans to visit headquarters in Rogers, Minnesota. She had some ideas to add to our own.
To increase awareness about the support group and what they have to offer, we put together a brochure which we distributed in 4 local hospitals. We also included articles in our local hospitals or in our local newspaper to ensure people about the foundation and what we did to involve with it. After state competition, we talked to our local women's group, the Beardsley Town and Country Gals, and told them about the foundation. We also plan to host a dunk tank fundraiser to raise money for Team Ryland. Throughout this project, we used several resources, including the Missing Grace Foundation, the director Candy McVicker, Hallie Hoppy, and an informational folder that is sent to grieving families.
First, we researched about the Missing Grace Foundation to ensure our education before becoming involved with this cause. Next, we contacted Candy McVicker to set a date to visit the foundation back in March. And before visiting the foundation, we made and distributed brochures in 4 local hospitals.
This is a picture of the brochure we put together. We talked a little bit about the Missing Grace Foundation and what it has to offer. And on the inside, we talked about FCCLA, what it is, and how we helped with this foundation. We also gave a few tips on what you should and shouldn't say to grieving families.
This is a photo of us at the Missing Grace Foundation with the director, Candy McVicker. Our visit to the Missing Grace Foundation started off with a tour of the building, and then we got right to work. As you can see right there, we took pictures and put things online, which they sell to raise money to make these baskets. In these baskets, there are lots of supplies, homemade items like clothes and bracelets, memorial candles for any size of baby, and there's a warmer. All of this stuff is put with the baby when it is presented to the family to make the family feel proud of their baby. In this corner, there is a picture of their food storage. They either keep some of the food that is donated to them for events that is held there, or they give the other food to emergency pregnancy shelters in the area.
After our visit to the Missing Grace Foundation, we included an article in our local newspaper, the Northern Star. We also educated our peers on this issue by speaking to our school's child development class. We also talked to the local women's group, the Beardsley Town and Country Gals, to spread the word about the foundation. Although we faced barriers with our dunk tank fundraiser, we held a replacement fundraiser where children could win Pop for a year. This also gave us an opportunity to spread the word about the Missing Grace Foundation, the Hearts and Hope Walk Run, and Team Ryland, as well as our Star event. We also advertised for the Hearts and Hope Walk Run held by the Missing Grace Foundation at our own local Walk Run.
Throughout this project, we became closer with the Missing Grace Foundation, the director, Candy McVicker, and we also grew closer to Hallie Happy and her family as they told us their story, and also Team Ryland. We also grew closer connections with our school's National Honor Society, Student Council, and Child Development class, along with the Beardsley Town and Country Gals. During this project, we became partners with our local hospitals, clinic, and their staffs.
These are photos of us in our local newspaper, the Northern Star. This one right here is us on the cover, paired with an article about what our project is and how people in our area can get involved with the Missing Grace Foundation. And this other photo was a more recent photo of us at state competition, and it advertised for our fundraiser.
Through our newspaper articles, we allowed our communities to recognize our involvement in the Missing Grace Foundation and Families First project. We also educated our peers on this issue by speaking to the child development class, and by doing this, we allowed the awareness in our school to increase about stillbirth and pregnancy loss. By doing this project, we also expanded our own general knowledge about family and pregnancy that we had previously acquired through our FACTS courses.
We think this project has been and will continue to be very successful in our community. We know this because people have inquired more information about how they can get involved with the Missing Grace Foundation. Along with this, the local hospitals that we distributed our brochures to asked if we could get more because people have been taking them. Other groups have started asking us about how they can get involved, including other school organizations and FCCLA chapters. There seem to be a lot of people involved in going to the Hearts and Hopes walk around, and they asked us how they can form a team of their own.
We plan to stay connected to the Missing Grace Foundation and its director, Candy McVicker, in the future. Even though Amy and I have recently graduated, we plan to stay really involved with the Team Ryland fundraisers and become spokesmen at our choice colleges. Laura and other members of our FCCLA chapter have inquired about continuing this project in the future. Grieve.
Restore, arise, commemorate, educate. Of the 5 aspects of the foundation, the educate portion is especially close to our hearts. We plan to continue to educate our community in every way possible.
A family is a circle of love, not broken by a loss, but made stronger by a memory. Too soon a memory.
Any questions?